How many of you have competed in one of our contests in the past? Show of hands. Okay. How many of you, as a result of competing in the contest, have had a lot of growth, not just money-wise, but personally, professionally, as a result of what's been learned through it? Okay, that's pretty much like everyone that raised their hand before, I think. All right. The best that I could do is provide what I feel are the best marketing strategies, package them up, deliver direction, confidence, and capabilities, and set up systems that allow you to implement them and execute them. There's always ways, and I'm always looking to improve how we do what it is we do. Some of the things that we launch and provide work like gangbusters. Other things that we do go through testing stages and don't work all that well. However, when it comes to offering how-to materials and specific ELF strategies and stuff, I've really done my best to deliver the best things that I can and make Piranha Marketing to be a school for entrepreneurs that pays you to attend. And the contest model is something that came out of my work with Bill Phillips. I started working with Bill way back in end of 1996, I believe. 1997 is when I first met Bill. And he was doing these amazing physique transformation contests. Come on up, Bill. If we could give Bill a big hand. I mean, most of you know who Bill is. Everyone knows who Bill is. And I'll just give a brief background on Bill.
I mean, you can keep it brief. I mean, I think that most everybody knows.
Yeah. So
because so many.
You know, and it took me a while I watched all these people who had transformed themselves physically and saw just the value of a contest. When he actually got people involved in the contest, you saw people that with the same advice that he was writing about in Muscle Media, that he wrote about in Body for Life, they ended up just increasing the intensity. And what the contest did was it allowed people to put more of themselves into it. And what I learned, and what you learned too, there's so many byproducts that you never even expected would have come out of that contest, is like, wow, this is how to get people really involved. So that's when I gave away the first vehicle as a prize that Bill actually gave me as a gift, was a Jaguar convertible, and Dave Kiter was the original winner, the first Better Your Best contest winner. And since then, we've had 6 different contests. Every single one of those people are in the room. All of them will be having dinner tonight, with private dinner with Joe Sugarman. And it all stemmed from a marketing idea and an involvement idea that Bill actually invented. And I ended up converting it over for the entrepreneurial world. And now that's been utilized. And so what I've asked Bill to talk about is just the power of contests and what happens. More so, my goal is to motivate those of you that are not entering the contest, thinking about it, just why to do it and how, because he can speak to it more than anyone else in the world.
Okay, thank you very much. And you guys, this kid right here cares more about your success than you might even realize. I mean, he cares about how you guys are doing morning, noon, and night. So that, I wouldn't call intensity, I would call that passion. And when you bring that same level of passion into your business, by staying excited about it, I mean, to be enthusiastic about your work, much less your life, is as much your job as anything. And Joe knows how to stay passionate, enthusiastic about it. No matter where I see him, New York, Colorado, California, here in Hawaii, he is constantly feeding himself in ways that keep him enthusiastic and passionate, so that he can feed that to you and pass it along, and it comes back to him. So if you see anything about Joe's example, I think intensity is one word. 10 years ago when I started these physique transformation contests, I thought it was intensity that was allowing people to stay connected and stay, like a freight train moving along instead of a tugboat floating around. But it really is passion, and it's, boom, coming from here. You can know this stuff, how to write copy, how to buy ads, how to run Google Words, which is really, I mean, if Joe Sugarman would have had Google Words, would he have made $1 trillion? I mean, the technology is there to do better, faster, but the principles are the same. The 2 things that I'm going to comment on, and because so much has been discussed already, is that remember, this guy cares about your success, and that is authentic. I share a lot of time with Joe, shooting the shit, hanging out, having fun, but it's always coming back to how can he create more value, okay? So that's the real deal. And you guys are making a good decision to be involved in that. And I think even some thought went into where to have this conference in an environment that nurtures your energy. You know, you could have it in Los Angeles or Chicago, but, you know, we talked about that. Hawaii and Maui in particular feed your soul, and they give you energy. When you go back, the ideas are going to come more easily. The energy, I'll tell you, you're not going to make it there without it. Utilize the contest. Even if you don't care about winning, get involved in the contest, stay involved, stay engaged. It, honest to God, makes a 200% difference at least. There isn't one person that I was able to engage in the Body for Life contest that didn't do better than somebody who wasn't engaged. You can't explain it. You could go to the most interesting scientists and quantum mechanics and string theory and M theory and try to get people to, who cares how it works? It freaking works, you know? So get involved and stay involved in the contest. And remind yourself every day that you're just competing to provide more passion, more care, and that you, honest to goodness, want to be involved in something that you care about and love it. You're protecting people. You're providing a safe environment for them. And if there's anything that I know for a fact is that healthy people grow in a healthy environment. And if you're helping people create a healthy environment, you can be passionate about that, proud about that, and care about that. And so I say often to entrepreneurs, if you don't love it, leave it. Find something you love, because you're going to struggle, you're going to pull your hair out. Some of you don't have much hair to pull out, so be careful. I'm just kidding. You can take that. We'll talk about Joe.
Section, you know.
Because when I started with him 10 years ago, it was like hair was down to here.
No doubt, that was funny.
Yeah, no, but he loves it, and that's why he stays enthusiastic. So if you don't love it, leave it. And if you're in it and you've been in it for a while, and much less winning contests and coming to events, take some time to reflect and review. Why do you love it? Why do you care about it? Well, I think it's important work. I think it's anything that you can do to help somebody improve their environment. And you know, I think that we should start a service where not only do you clean their carpets, you go into their kitchen and open the refrigerators and their cabinets, get out trash cans, and throw out all the toxic and poisonous food. Hey, you asked us to clean your house, didn't you? Come on. Throwing this stuff away.
That's actually a great idea.
Isn't that a great idea?
It really is.
But because that's pollution, right? I mean, the kitchen is polluted, the carpets are polluted, the air is polluted, the filters are polluted. People want to clean up their environment, they want to be healthy, but we're all looking for the ozone, and we don't even realize that this is, you know, the immediate environment is toxic. And a purification is in order on every level for us to advance on every level, individually, collectively, globally. I mean, that's what everybody's talking about, purification, but they can't quite put their finger on it. So if you guys could maybe talk some people into cleaning out their kitchens, that would be good for me. And the kids, boy, I'll tell you, they don't have a choice about that environment. So the folks make it for them. Get involved in the contest, stay involved, find reason to be passionate. Everything that Joe Sugarman accomplished, when he was riding that, when it was like a freight train for him, the guy obviously had to be cracking beta waves like, you know, 40, 50 megahertz. He was fired up, man, about it, you know. The way to sustain that passion, that energy, and this is only the second point I'm going to make, and the last one, stay healthy. I've been around entrepreneurs my whole life, and the ones that have the energy, that are moving, that are taking good care of themselves, and it's not hard to get lost in these businesses. You know, you put 100 hours a week into a business, or you have the kids and you have your family, you got other obligations, being at church on Sunday. You know what? If you run out of energy for you, that business is not going to sustain.